Yeah, that's about accurate. Going.
Greetings, brethren, sistren, and otherin. Welcome again to No Theoretical Bias Presents. Today we are traveling with our intrepid group through the Fortress of Bone. Episode 3 of this, I believe, 3 or 4. If you've been paying attention, things got really interesting. Hijinks definitely ensued, and culminating in them finding their way into the sewer system. Sewer system, technical system, maintenance access, something. They found themselves standing in knee-deep water of questionable clarity. Found a couple of other access points, and also managed to scare up a giant monster worm that tried to eat them, while simultaneously 3 of them tried and failed to drown a couple of times. Oh, by the way, Acolyte Xander, since you have fulfilled your quest to slay the beast that was menacing you and your compatriots, all of your special effects have faded as well.
Okay.
You are no longer under those vows, but you also can't breathe water current. So that was a smart move, by the way. I was very impressed. All right, so our crew managed to almost drown, save each other multiple times each. They sort of lost count, and have found themselves on the far side of a cylindrical chamber, probably 20 feet below them, 10 feet above them. This odd diagonal passageway full of strange machinery, covered in moss and rust. The stuff that isn't bronze, the bronze stuff is covered in verdigris. Um, and they found 3 or 4 ways back up to the surface, but still haven't found any way into the actual fortress that they were looking for. So, Luther, you got pretty badly beat up. As memory serves, were they able to bandage you up or do some healing on you? Are you back from the brink?
I mean, no, still at 1 HP.
Okay, okay. So I thought that was the case.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you do?
We just pulled Ranveer out of the trance, right? Ranveer
Yes,
is back.
So
yes.
Okay.
I'm back.
And also
Ranveer
tired.
Ranveer is more exhausted. Let's see. That was kind of an oopsie. Tell you what, Ranveer, you're going to be at -1 to do everything for a while.
Okay.
Just mark it as a -1 ongoing. I'll tell you if you manage to shake it off. I'll tell you, and if you manage to get some good rest, sleep, uh, dry. Again, you're all actually completely soaked, and it is kind of cold down here. Hypothermia being a thing. So, what do you do?
I think Xander's gonna try and pass a bandage over to Luther over there, but also try and like get us to go to the closest drain, which I believe we said we all were going to head to. Let me see if I can.
I believe that's correct.
Yeah. So, you
I
all were
think
going to look over here. Last
Yeah.
I checked, the
I think
wall.
Luther's right here though. I
Yeah,
think he's in
here.
the bottom left.
Yeah.
Yes.
Luther is here. I'm going to make it easy on you since you do have that grappling hook and some decent rope. And since you have at this point nothing attacking you, any of you can move from one passageway to the other relatively easily, especially now that the water is nice and clear. Even if you wanted to, take a deep breath and dog paddle from one point to the other, that's not outside your paradigm. So you can be wherever you want to be in whatever grouping you want to be. I will tell you that I believe Xander and Ranveer checked this out. There is another grating above you, about 6 feet up out of the water, but the wall ends there. This passageway continues to the west, and this passageway continues to the southwest. It does jog in a 45-degree turn about there, though. So, what do you do?
I think. Okay, what is Luther doing? Luther, what are you doing? You're the one that's separated.
Well, I mean, Luther being Luther, I think he just is gonna start walking down the hallway.
Towards us.
Not towards you, but towards the uncharted territory, if you will.
Beautiful.
He has 1 HP, but you don't care.
Okay. You've got those light globes on you too, right? You've got at least one of those.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Again, now that the water is nice and clear, you're able to avoid any of the things that you normally would have stumbled over or tripped over. Passageway continues and does a 90-degree turn there back toward the east. The other two of you, when you become aware of this, Luther's light has dimmed appreciably. Apparently, he's walking away from the circular chamber. What do you two do?
I would say, I think we have to just follow because
Yeah. Luther's gonna get into trouble. Yeah.
That's historically accurate. Okay, so you follow him over there, and again, doesn't take long. You all end up at the foot of what appears to be a stairwell going up out of the murk.
I think Xander, I don't know what he thinks, but I think that this is probably the entrance into the fortified area. What do you guys think?
Probably.
So let's go for it, right? Okay, I'll go first. Luther,
Okay.
please take this bandage. Please take this bandage.
I'm good. I'll walk it off. I'm good.
He's not gonna walk it off.
I do have heal moderate wounds now.
Oh, did you want to give that a shot? You remember you are at -1.
Yep, I have -1 ongoing on. All right.
Alrighty. Well, let's see. Oh shoot! I lost my thing.
9.
All right. So a 9. Excellent. All right. So the spell works, and that's what 2d.
2d8.
2d8. Go for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right.
Okay.
So go ahead and take 7 healing there.
Up to 8.
Feeling a lot better. Beautiful. All right. So again, you are at the foot of a stairwell, heading up. Let's see. Anything interesting about this stairwell? Doesn't appear to be in any way. There are again sort of those light sphere holders there. The stairs you're looking at are slick with moisture. there are, again, those heavy pipes, and again, some sort of, they look like air ducts, but you don't know for what. What do you do?
Keep going forward, I guess.
I mean,
Beautiful.
Keep pressing on.
yeah.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so you find yourself in a small rectangular chamber, which I will throw up here on the map in a second. There is one immediate exit directly opposite you. But the thing that gets your attention first is the lockers. There are lockers. Badly rusted. 3 or 4 of them along the side of the space. And again, a single exit out of the room directly in front. See here a second. What do you do?
I'm gonna probably check the lockers.
Okay,
Yep.
beautiful. They do not even, I mean, they've got spaces on them, so they could be like padlocked or whatnot, but they do not immediately appear to be locked. In the first one, you find some they look like fishing waders, if you know what that is. They just heavily, they're like coveralls up to about here with the straps, but they're heavy oilskin. They even have full like booties on them, so that you could put them on like under boots, probably even over boots. And they're apparently some sort of I don't know, maintenance gear.
I wish we had these. That would have saved my socks.
That would have, yes, that would have very much. But yeah, some of those. Also, some tools. The tools, unfortunately, are very badly rusted and destroyed, but there's not much. Since they were hanging up out of any actual water, the oilskin coveralls seem to be doing fine. So you are in fact up out of the water in here. Switch it over.
Do the coveralls have like some form of insulation so it could help with warming?
Let's say yes. Yeah. They've got yeah, they're heavily constructed. I mean, you all have heard rumors of things like snow. They're basically 3/4 of a snowsuit almost. So yeah, they would definitely keep you warm if you're wading through, cold water underground kind of a thing. Not exactly armor. I mean, okay. Let's say that if you wanted to use them as protective covering, it probably would give you like 1 point of armor. So again, sturdy, if not specifically designed for defense. In the next, go ahead.
I think I'll take the coveralls because number one, Ranveer is cold and soaked to the bone.
Yeah.
And also exhausted. I think it would help kind of like get me back.
Yeah, you're going to want to dry off as much as possible first, but yeah, you'll. That's it. The interior has got like a wool inner sock. Nice thing about wool is wool will keep you warm even if it's wet. So yes. All right. So Ranveer's stripping down and putting on some nice warm coveralls, throwing his robe on over that probably. Next locker has got 2 more of those light globes. They do have bases attached. Oh, I'm sorry. There's 2 light globes and 2 of the little bases next to them.
Luther, that's kind of your thing. If you want to.
I mean, I have like I have like 3 bases, I think, and like
Mhm.
17 orbs. I think
Yeah.
I'm pretty good.
Okay. Anybody else taking the globes and the orbs?
Oh, okay. You said are there bases next to them?
Yeah.
Do they look okay? Like not old or?
Yeah. I mean, they're old. Not much help in that, but they don't seem to be like broken or cracked or whatever.
I'll take a couple of those then.
Okay. Beautiful.
Just to
Beautiful. Beautiful. Are you going to
have
be
it.
putting them together or just keeping them separate?
Just keeping them separate for now.
Beautiful. Okay. So, um, again, passageway continues. What do you do?
Just keep going.
I might as well keep going.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so the passageway, stop doing that. Passageway turns 90 degrees, and then you've got a couple of uh, doorways. The doorways hold, they're very, very heavy double doors, but they're open that you can see. There's apparently 2 doorways and then again, a 90-degree turn. What do you do?
Let's
Let's go in a doorway.
yeah, let's check the closest door.
Okay.
Like a smart.
Um, this room is odd. You pass through, there seems to be some sort of something. You're not sure what. Ranveer, you get a tingle of like you're passing through some sort of magical barrier. Not really sure what. But this room is not damp at all. And kind of sort of a little dusty. Hints. It smells very dry in here. Let's put it that way. The only thing in this room is a very comfortable looking chair, high back, big arms, a small circular table that's got something on it that's covered in a cloth that stands about this high. And then within easy reach of the chair is like a writing desk, slightly slanted so that you could sit there and write. And there's one of each of those on each side. This one is empty. This one has got a stoppered, what looks like a stoppered pot of ink, several metal pens, and it's almost like a leather paperweight, a big flat sheet of hardened leather that's set down on what looks like a stack of paper. What do you do?
Can I observe the chair?
What do you mean?
Like, can I like kind like squint at it, see like if it's like I got a detection of Arcana. So like I don't know if there's like something doesn't seem right or
You get your wizard sight up, is what you're telling me.
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Looking around very carefully, Rander's like, oh, okay. Let me look, guys. There does not appear to be anything magically out of the ordinary about the chair. There does not appear to be anything out of ordinary with the desks or the paper or the ink or the pen. Something underneath that cloth, though, is has got some power to it. What do you do?
Tear off the cloth.
Yeah, I feel like that's a Luther thing.
All right. So you have a nice black velvet square of cloth in your hand, and you're all looking down at a sphere. It's about half again as large as those light spheres you've been carrying around. Um, looks like it's made of glass. Um, and yeah, Ranveer, that's definitely a magical item of some stripe. What do you do?
So I think I'm gonna like just take it and hold it in my hand to observe it. See like if there's anything I can get from it just by looking at it.
Just from looking at it. Okay, so when you touch it, preparatory to picking it up, it starts it starts to glow, not brightly. Um, it's a very dim glow, sort of a bluish. Um, and you feel something inside of it wake up, so to speak, going from standby to active, if you will. Um, it's quite heavy when you pick it up, takes both hands, it's quite heavy. Um, and to your wizard sight, there's energies moving through it. You're not sensing anything like protective. So it's you're lucky. If it had been warded, you would have put your hand right in it. Um, but yeah, it's just a large glass sphere with some magical energies in it.
I think I'm gonna hold on to it for now.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
quite heavy.
Okay.
And does Ranveer have any idea what he thinks it might be?
I'm thinking it's some.
Probably some sort of energy source, if I had to take a guess.
Give me let's see. I want you give me a do, 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 do. I think this is going to be a recall roll. Go ahead, give me a recall roll there.
For both of us?
Just Ranveer currently.
While this is happening, can Xander just sit in that like fancy looking chair?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's quite comfortable. Quite comfortable. It's that comfort. You know how they've got, there's the overstuffed chair that if you just sit in it, you just fall asleep because it's just so comfy. And then there's like hard, and you want to get up. This is in that sweet spot of I could sit here all day and like get some stuff done, but I'm not gonna hurt when I get up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ranveer. As far as you know, this could be again a very powerful magical, a source of magic, like a maybe a magical battery of some stripe. I'm gonna hold one. Go ahead and mark experience. I'm gonna hold one, and when I want to give you a freebie -1 to a roll, I will spend it specifically based on how you're dealing with this thing. So, yeah. Are you taking anything else from the room, Ranveer, or just the ball?
Take the chair.
Again,
Take the whole
heavy,
chair.
wieldly. Now, to be honest, okay, the mercenary part of Luther's brain says that's like wood and fabric and comfy cushions and stuff. That would be worth something to somebody if we could get it the hell out of here, or, carry it across the desert. Our great treasure, a chair. What do you use it for? Sitting in, looking cool. Look at me, so cool. Yeah. So I mean, it's not valueless, but it is bulky and unwieldy. But I mean, you could like boost it if you wanted to.
We could put it in a
Um,
cart. They have a
yes,
bunch of carts.
they do have a bunch of carts, and you do have a bunch of sand around you that would probably better be served by a sled.
It's true.
All right. Anything else? Anybody else looking at anything else in the room?
Are the pens worth something?
Oh yeah, metal pens are great. The paper seems to be fine. The ink, if you had to guess, the ink's dried out, but most of the time they sell ink in bricks anyway. You grind off a little bit, put a little bit of water or oil in it. So yeah, it's. I mean,
I might take the pens, see if I could like make a profit off them.
sure, why not? Again, if you want to take the paper too, that doesn't weigh anything. All right, so now what?
I think Xander's gonna. What's the next closest passageway that someone could possibly ambush us from? I think is Xander's thought.
Probably around that corner, unless there's something lurking in through the other doorway. It's probably down that corner.
All right, I'm gonna take a look. You guys coming?
Yeah.
Okay. So, in contrast to that otherwise pristine room, again, now you're noticing like dust and cobwebs and things out here that just weren't in the other room. You turn that corner and there's a stairwell leading up through this. Just a brief glimpse into this room. You see a slightly larger space, and smells very damp in there. In contrast,
Do you guys want to look in the damp room?
Heck yeah.
Sure.
Let's go look in the damp room.
okay. This room was some Ranveer. There's a lot of broken magical apparatus in here. This looks kind of like a ritual space. There's a place over there that has markings, obviously, so that you can draw a good summoning circle. Again, it's halfway in that water though. There's like a old bucket of burned down all the way candles in various colors. Again, everything in here is like just there's like a sheen of damp on everything. Broken glassware. There was probably some sort of alchemical set up in one corner. The tubes and the curlicues and the little places to put the little the alcohol lamps to heat things up. Badly damaged. But yeah, this looks like a place where one of the ancients who had some knowledge of magic set up shop. What do you do?
Question: could Ranveer possibly think that there might be a spirit inside the spear?
You're not feeling one.
Okay.
What you're feeling is okay. If spirits are like, let's see, what would be a good analogy? Okay, if a spirit is an energy source, okay, a spirit's like a candle or a bonfire or the sun or a match. It's all its own thing. When you start putting magic into things, it's kind of like do you all know what a flywheel is? Flywheel is a very, very heavy disc that if you start it spinning, you get some energy and start the thing spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. Maybe it's in a vehicle, and then you hook it up to a bunch of gears. When that big heavy disc is spinning, it's got
Okay.
ton of kinetic energy in it, and you can kind of tap into that and run it through a drivetrain and drive around. Okay. There are buses up in Canada that run on flywheels, so they're very efficient, and very quiet, and they don't put out any of that nasty carbon monoxide. So when you have the energy that's aware of itself, you've got a flame, you've got an energy source. When you take some of that energy and put it into something, it feels completely different.
All
It
right.
goes from one type of energy to another. This is a very non-spirit energy. This is a magic in something.
Got it.
So
So,
what do you do?
uh, well, I don't think Xander sees much he kind of wants right now.
Uh-huh.
Would there be anything that like Luther might like look at and be slightly interested in? Maybe like out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Um, Go ahead and give me an observe roll. Let's see if you find anything. Boom, boom, boom. That would be a 9. Okay, cool. So, you're looking for stuff, something useful, valuable, or informational?
Something useful.
Something useful. Okay. Like what?
I don't know.
How
Luther's
would,
an odd man. He'll find anything interesting.
yeah, okay. Well, again, that would be interesting. Useful, like clothing, useful, like, clothing, tools, gear, weapons.
Maybe something that would be useful later in the Castle of Bones, like maybe a key or another amulet.
That would be very useful, wouldn't it? Yeah, yeah, you do find another one of those amulets. Um, yeah, this one actually appears to be made out of gold.
Let's go.
So,
Let's go.
so, back the way you came, up the stairs.
Just let's go up those stairs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Okay, okay, beautiful. All right, so you go up the stairs. Sure. You go up the stairs, they turn sharply. And then goes up to a landing, which turns to the let me just duh, 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 this and to 10 seconds. Then that want this. That. All right, who's the first one up the stairs, please?
Me. Yep. That would be Xander.
That would be Sandra. All right, so you come bopping up the stairs. You said that you were concerned about ambush, so
Yep.
this is going to be above you on the other map. So you're keeping a close eye on anything that could take a poke at you. Long stairs going up. You think that's going back up to ground level as you make your way carefully up the stairs. Again, these are all cut into stone. Again, damp and gross, but you're watching your step. Um, all right. So because you're on the lookout for an ambush, you're not surprised when the crossbows start firing. Go ahead and give me, how are you going to handle being shot at by crossbows there, Xander?
Uh, I think I'm gonna toss my shield up, but I'm not just trying to block it for myself. I think I'm trying to block it for everyone else that's
Okay.
behind me as well.
Okay. So as you're coming up, you're heading west. The crossbow fire is coming from the north. So you're really the only one that's in any danger at this moment.
Okay.
Um, so How do you want to handle your danger? You gonna tough it out? You gonna jump back? What's going?
I think he wants to tough it out for the initial volley so he can then move after.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so go ahead and give me a tough roll, please.
Oh, roll. All right, on the third click. On the fourth click.
Oh, it's going to give you a whole bunch of. There we go. 10. All right. So, multiple crossbow bolts chunk into your shield, but it gives you a peek at what's shooting at you. In the light of what you can see, there is some sort of construct, not a person, construct. The problem is it's got multiple crossbows mounted to it, like 3 or 4 of them. And the really distressing part is the big hopper, the big, like, V-shaped hopper above that appears to be feeding crossbow bolts into all 4 mechanisms. This thing fires. Let's see. Yeah, this thing fires like lots and lots and lots of crossbow bolts. Like you catch 3 in your shield, the 4th one barely misses your head because you're peeking up for it. But as soon as you duck back, it stops firing.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly turn to the both of them and be like, all right, listen, we gotta heal fast. We're all kind of low. Um, I think, all right, Xander's gonna try and use. Let's see. I think I have Hands of Grace.
Hmm.
Um, what's everyone looking like health wise? Because I am not doing great.
8.
I'm at 16 out of 22, so
8 out of 22.
All right, I'm at 12 out of 24. So I will toss Hands of Grace onto Luther.
I think it'd be better if you would take it
Okay.
because you are
If
kind of like.
here's my thought. Toss Hands of Grace to you, right? Then Ranveer can heal me a little bit, and then I'm gonna rush in like really quick. I think
Mhm.
if I block with the shield, hopefully it'll take just long enough to reload. Luther, after that initial volley hits my shield, pop that thing. I'm gonna keep charging at it, but pop that thing. Like,
what if it's motion activated? Like if we could like cause something to fire at something else.
okay, okay,
Because if
Well,
it
like
stopped
the
firing after it didn't see you anymore, that's motion activated.
right. What if it's also the light activated, like the
Like
One Piece was, like the one guy.
I don't have another divine belt. I can
I
explode
I
it.
have those light spheres, and even without the base, if you were to break one on the ground, they create a small little like flash of light for a second before they fade
Toss
out.
toss a couple of those, and then okay, let's all heal first, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna. Can I make a Hands of Grace roll for
Of course.
Luther?
Of course you may. Nice. Um, so, it's
Ooh.
+1 if Luther will offer prayers of praise to your spirit. It's -1 otherwise. So that would be a failure unless
Oh
you could
yeah.
talk Luther into saying some
All
nice
right,
words
Luther.
about.
Please, please, please. Just okay. You like light, right? You like fire. It makes light.
I am a
You
fan
like
of
you like
fire.
you like shiny things,
Well, sometimes.
right? Okay. Well, you took that gold medallion thing. That was kind of shiny, right?
I mean, yeah, it's really
Hear me
shiny.
out. The god, not the god, the spirit of shiny and
Uh
of light in
huh.
general
Uh huh.
is Hikari. So clearly, you just need to say like, "Thank you, Hikari, for all the shiny things I have right now," and then we can get you some health. I think it would be great.
I already have my own spirit. I have my spirit of the lantern, so
Right, right, right.
I
Is
don't
that
want
That
a
feels
really
two
great.
time. I don't want to two time my
Well,
spirit.
I wouldn't say it's two timing. I would say that it's more of like, offering thanks for what you've been given, while also making sure that you keep all your other I mean, you fed it coal, right? It's
I, I,
plenty hungry. You keep feeding it. I think it's satisfied.
I don't think it'll be too upset. You just say like, cool, and also you'll be better.
I don't want my spirit to think there's another woman. I wouldn't want to ever do that to my spirit.
All right, Luther. Okay.
But you know what? Thank you, Shiny, whoever you are.
All right, that that passes muster this time. So go ahead and roll some healing. However, the damage is going to transfer to you, Xander. So
Yeah.
how much healing was that?
I think it's a D8 is what it says, correct? Roll plus hot, and the person offers prayers. Oh, I was supposed to roll plus hot. Oops.
Oh, you didn't. Oh no, if you clicked on Hands of Grace, that's what it did.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. It is a. Let me look at my character sheet real quick. Hands of Grace.
Mhm.
Um,
You might put that in the
1d8.
description too. So 1d8.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Go for it.
1d8. There we go.
Once. So you you the light spirit. She's like, okay, you get one, you take one. So
All right.
what else do you do?
Can I cast Heal Moderate Wounds on Xander?
Of course.
No two timing required.
Ah, that's a
Oh
miss.
boy.
Go ahead and mark experience. I'm going to say this right now. Your spirit is very offended. Your spirit is very offended because your spirit is really good at this healing stuff, buddy. And oh, I'm just like third string, huh? Right? Okay. After the smarmy infernal spirit guy says, I can take some healing or not, and after spirit of light here, gave them a chance. Oh, I'm third choice. No, mark XP, and you are going to have to. Actually, that patron is withholding that spell until you make it right. So,
No. Okay.
ouchie. All
All
right,
right.
Noah.
Nice.
All right. I think we take what we've been given.
Do we want to
Luther.
throw the light sphere?
Yeah. Toss the thing, Luther.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah.
If I'm clear on what you're doing, you're taking one of the spare light spheres and hucking it hard enough so that it breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's
to
line
see
of sight.
to see what happens. All right. Go ahead and give me a quick roll to see if it goes where you want it to go. It does. All right. So Luther steps back, hucks the sphere. It shatters against the far wall, letting out a flash of light. Nothing happened.
All right. Plan B. You guys ready?
Probably.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna. Is there like a
Camera.
like a rail almost that, like, for instance, like the stairwell, right? It's going up, and then
Mm-hmm.
the thing that's shooting at us is not where the stairwell's pointing. It's like to the right of the stairwell, right?
Correct.
Is there like a when I peek out from the stairs, that's when it sees me, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Then all right, let's stack up. All right, I'm going to stack up, and then who next? Luther
I'll
or
You.
Ranveer?
I'll follow.
Ranveer.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, as soon as this thing shoots me, I'm going to be rushing it, but as soon as it shoots me, Luther like zap that thing and Ranveer pop out to the other side. All right. Ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go for it.
Alrighty. So you come charging around. What's your what are you trying to do, Xander? Are you just trying to draw fire? Are you trying to actually damage this thing?
I'm trying to draw fire like, okay, like Captain America almost, right? Shield up, charging this thing, hoping I
Gotcha.
can get within range before it reloads.
Okay. So I'm gonna call that a safeguard roll. Go ahead and give it to me.
All right. I actually will get one hold automatically. Let's see how it goes.
Beautiful. Okay,
Okay,
so you're
so I get
holding 3. So if you
I
want to
get
draw fire, that's redirecting the attack.
with
So you've got 3 other choices. You can actually do all 3 of the other ones.
I have
Question.
the I am your shield as well.
Right. So you get
So
four hold, not three. So
right.
you could actually have all four effects.
Let's go for it. Yeah. I'll
Beautiful.
give Luther the +1 on the attacker.
Okay.
Uh, and then I'll redirect an attack. Just like trying to knock the arrows away,
Hmm.
just to the side, not to any of them. I don't want to hurt them.
Right.
And then
So,
yeah.
okay,
Would it, so
beautiful.
does it lock onto one person, or can it shoot multiple?
You don't know. But
Okay.
the good news is in this attack, for this attack, it's firing only at Xander. So he does redirect the attack to himself. I'm assuming knocking away bolts are going to be having the attack's effect, giving a +1 to Luther on their next action against this thing. And you're going to deal your level in damage to the object. What's your current level?
I have not leveled up because we haven't had time to rest, so I'm just level 3 currently.
Just level 3. Okay. Um, yeah, that's not apparently enough to damage the mechanism. I'm going to have to do more than that. So, the good news is go ahead and give me a D8.
All right, let's roll this.
Okay. So, half that, yeah, actually that would be D8 plus 3, so that would be 4 points of damage. But you half that, so that's 2, and I think your armor would take care of that. Is that correct?
Yep.
Beauty. Okay, so the plan works perfectly. You see that this thing is actually sitting in some kind of hallway. The image you get, there is an doorway that you charge past. There's also a big window for some reason. There's a window immediately to the east of it. It's catching the light of your light sources. Um, so this thing, do you charge at it? Do you charge past it? Are you trying to get to the
So
side of it?
if we're coming up from the stairs, like, and it's directly to the right, then I
Uh-huh.
think I'm charging a little bit to its left so Luther can get an angle to just like shoot at it,
Gotcha.
but still trying
Got
to block the
Okay.
bolts.
So you're trying to get its attention and end up about here,
So it's at
One
the
second,
end of
let me
the
just.
hallway, right?
apparently.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get to its left.
Okay. All right. So you soak up 4 crossbow bolts. You lay on with your blade. Clang, clang, clang. It doesn't appear to slow down. Unfortunately, you are there close enough to see um, 2 of the crossbow bits swivel to face your compatriots. Luther, you get a +1 to your next action. What are you doing?
Maybe there's some way if I do like a fire, like a flame attack in the right way, I can jam one of the crossbows.
You can certainly try. Go ahead and give me a what's that? Burning Brand,
Uh, Beckham's Bend or Heartblade.
Heartblade. Give me a Heartblade if you want to do some damage. Beautiful, and that is at a +1. So, um, you do not actually fail with that. So it's got fiery hand, dangerous, and 3 uses. Um, with a 7, that I think that would get you 1 choice. Do you want it to do more damage? Do you want to be able to throw it? What do you want to be able to do with your Heartblade?
I mean, if I want to try to jam the one of the crossbows, I should probably be like throwing it.
Okay, beautiful. So thrown. All right, go ahead and give me. You can either use a sharp, a hard, or a quick roll to throw the fireball. Time on target. Okay, boom. Yeah. So go ahead and deal your damage.
How much would that be?
Damage for Heartblade is. Let's see, what's that heart go? It's your normal damage, so D8.
Just one?
Correct. Okay. Yeah, since you were aiming specifically, um, yeah, so 6 points of damage does damage the mechanism. I'm going to say you have somehow slagged or eliminated the threat of one of the 3 crossbows it's firing. Unfortunately, the other one is firing at Ranveer. What do you do?
I think I'm gonna try to see if I could do just duck it.
Just duck it. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead and give me a quick roll, please, to get out of the way of that.
-1 ongoing is making my game beautiful.
Oh, isn't it wonderful? All right. So, you do get out of the way of the crossbow bolt. That's excellent. However, there is some negative that comes with that. Do you want to drop something? Do you want to be off your feet? Your call.
So, Ranveer is a little guy,
Uh-huh.
and he's behind big, strong Xander. So I think falling on my feet opens me. Falling on on my butt is a lot like less dangerous than like or losing something because
Okay.
there's still Xander in the
Okay.
way.
Okay. So, Ranveer hurls himself to the ground, dodging that bolt. However, gonna have to get up before you do much of anything. I guess you could cast spells from down here. Who knows? All right, Xander. Problem. You got 3 crossbow things on this mechanism. One is chunking out darts at you. One is shooting now at Luther, and one is shooting at the prone Ranveer. What do you do?
Okay. Let's see here. I think Luther was kind of effective in getting one of them down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and get fully in front of it now, and just like take all of them, but like try and make sure that Ranveer can get up because I don't want Ranveer going down.
Beautiful. Okay, so Ranveer is your protective goal. All right, so go ahead and give me another safeguard, please.
All right, this is what I was built for. Here we go.
Ouch.
Yikes.
All right, so go ahead and mark experience.
Okay.
Let's see. Go ahead and give me a D8.
Okay. Can I, for my I am your shield, can I have damage as my thing?
Oh, of course. Of course. So that's going to be 8 points of damage. You take 4. But for the moment, Luther and Ranveer are still protected. Luther, you got 2 more uses of that Heartblade. What do you do?
Might as well throw another one.
Huck away. Again, choose your
Cool.
attack.
Do a cool roll again.
Is it cool or you can use sharp, hard, or quick. Shouldn't be cool.
Okay.
Ouch. Okay, mark experience. You didn't lose the dangerous tag on that one, did you?
Nope.
Whoopsie. Hey, go ahead and give me a damage roll there, Luther. Ow, that's
Oh.
going to leave a mark.
Oh.
Yeah, Xander, you take a fireball to the back.
Ooh.
It's 8 points of damage. Do apply armor, but that hurt like the dickens, as they say. Ranveer. All right. So Luther, the good news is, Xander, you're still damp enough. You don't actually catch fire. You're just
That's good.
impacted
That's good.
by flame and steam. Ranveer, man, somebody. Oh my gosh, somebody's trying to kill Xander from behind with fire. Oh, it's just Luther. Ranveer, what do you do?
So you said there is doorways.
There is a doorway immediately to your right. Unfortunately, it is closed. It does have one of those plates with the little cup under it.
Ooh, this is tough because I can't heal. Now, I think retreating would be a worse idea because we're opening ourselves up.
So what do you do?
I think so. I think I yell at Luther to put the medallion into the door just to see if it works.
Okay.
And then I'm also going to try to prepare magic weapon.
Oh, beautiful. Magic weapon on what?
Could I put it on the sphere? See if what happens.
Oh, just treat the light sphere as a weapon and charge it up.
I don't think I have any other standing weapon.
I think you're correct, honestly. You don't. That's interesting. All right, so go ahead and do it. Give me a spell roll, please.
This
It's
is
hot. It's
insane.
the life of Ranveer's Hard Knocks, right? Okay.
Just don't fail, because I already have an idea what happens if you fail.
Oh
Oh,
god,
beautiful.
please! I have 5 health.
The next hard blade will be flying at you.
Yeah, just to cast a spell roll there.
Yeah, sorry.
It's on your main.
You goof.
Oh, hey,
Whoa!
excellent. That's a good time. All right, so that sphere, if you chuck it, will be doing an extra 1d4 damage. Or I mean, if you tap something with it, but you're probably going to throw it. I'm guessing, yes.
I mean, I don't know what else I could use it for.
I mean, you could like bash somebody with it, but again, it is
That's
not.
opening me straight up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What do you do?
I I think we're gonna have to chuck it. Maybe
Awesome.
if it cracks, it can do extra damage by
Possibly.
unleashing the magic energy.
Very possibly. Go ahead and let fly.
I'm so close to this thing. Oh god.
Back into melee. That's so cool. Excellent. All right. So your choices. You're going to be dealing class damage, which is D4. Since it's a magical weapon, nice. It's going to be doing 2d4. So you got a choice. You can either move to put yourself in danger to take the shot, or you got to take what you can get and get minus 1d6 to the damage that you have dealt. Point of fact, Xander dealt 3 points of damage to this thing. Didn't affect it. It's armored. So what do you do?
Low. We're going straight. We're gonna go for the full damage.
Okay, so
I
go
still
ahead.
have a good amount of health left.
Excellent. So go ahead and give me 2d4.
Oh no.
4 points of damage. Okay, some effect on this thing. Rocks it a little bit. And that inbound crossbow bolt almost makes it worth it. Go ahead and give me a d8 there. Ranveer. 7 points of damage. Do apply armor if you have any.
So that's
Ouchie.
6.
Yes, 6 points of damage. Luther, you've got one more use of your fireball. I'll be coming back to you, Xander, but you got one more use of your fireball. Ranveer's yelling, battling something about stick the amulet in the thing. What do you do?
Probably ignore him.
Oh, good.
Completely ignore him.
Good.
Maybe I'll take out the amulet and like throw it to him.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and give me a quick roll, please. Time on target. All right, Ranveer. It almost lands in your hand. It wraps around your wrist. You are in possession of it. Xander, 3 firing crossbows. Again, 2 of them are pointing. Well, it's trying to shoot at all 3 of you at once. Is the point? What do you do?
Okay. I am not feeling so great after that last volley.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back at them, I'm gonna see. Okay, they seem to be doing something.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna try and smack one of the crossbows that's shooting at one of them. With my sword, just as hard as possible. Try and break something.
Okay. All right. Yeah, go ahead and give me a hard roll there, just to bust it up.
There we go. All right, on my second click. There we go.
Dang. Okay, so you find out something interesting. You do a classic shield bash on one of these crossbows, which does seem to wreck it, but it also spins around once. The whole thing is sort of on a pivot.
Oh no.
So it spins it all the way around, so the 2 remaining crossbows can come to bear. But excellent. Yeah, Luther. Xander's just wrecked crossbow 2 out of 4. What do you do?
I still have that fireball left,
You have
right?
one use of the fireball currently.
He's gonna
Yes.
kill me. This man.
It might not. It might
It
not.
might not.
It might not
You're being
happen.
dramatic.
It might, death is so, final.
Can I throw it
Oh.
at the one that's the furthest away from Xander?
Sure. Try that.
What's the worst that can happen?
Death.
Would I roll another sharp roll?
Yes, please. Sharp. Oh,
yes.
time on target. Excellent. Good time for that. All right. So go ahead and roll me some damage, please.
Thank you.
Yo.
Oh, okay. Okay. The unfortunate thing is, Luther, I have known one other person who rolls as badly as you do. And this guy was a tactical genius, strategic genius. He was always our planner because he would come up with like brilliant. And then if he don't give him the dice, the dice hated him. Okay, so you hit it. I'm going to say it's temporarily. You knocked out some the boomph, knocked out the crossbow bolt that was falling into place from the big hopper. So we got one firing one, and it's Ranveer, tell me what you're doing. You've got a pendant type device.
I'm probably trying to scramble to put it into the weight.
Okay, you do. The door clicks open and swings open. So
I think I yelled that to the other two just to like, doors open.
Okay.
See. Just
Okay.
I tell them the door's open. I probably pull myself in there. Number one, because I took a bolt already, and I need to commune with something to get powers back.
Okay, so what happens is a crossbow bolt chunks into the wall right above Ranveer's head as he darts into the doorway. You find yourself in this space, but yeah, Luther, you're out of fireballs, but you are standing next to an open door. What do you do?
I'm going in that door. I got to keep myself safe.
Excellent. And Xander, this thing is getting ready to fire 2 more crossbow bolts at you. What do you do?
Okay. I'm kind of hurt. Can I make it into the door without it, like, hitting me again?
Give me a quick roll.
Oh, no.
Okay. Mark experience. Go ahead and give me a D8, please.
Okay. So, just so everyone knows, you said it's +3, right?
Not necessarily. Just give me a D8. Aha. Guess what? It's that's gonna because I'll remind you all of this. Just because the goblin does 1d6 damage, okay, shooting a bow at you, goblin shooting a bow. If it's 20 goblins, it's not 20d6 individually. It's 1d6 plus 19. Okay.
Okay.
Anybody extra in the fight just adds 1 to 1 damage roll. So this thing is firing 4 crossbows at once. That's D8 plus 3, D8 plus 2, D8 plus 1. If it was just 1 crossbow, it's D8. So you took a grand total of 2 whole points of damage, which bounce off of your back armor as you slide face first into the room and safety. Okay. The thing stops firing because now it doesn't have a target. So you're in this rectangular space. There is that window there, full corridor wide window, floor to ceiling, with a little desk. Well, there probably was a little desk. It's knocked on its side, and a chair, a broken chair near it. This is probably some sort of guard room, and so it's not firing. The thing is not firing at you through the window. You're not really sure why, because if you move around, anyway, it's not firing. So this space, the immediate impression is junk and discard and trash. There seems to be some sort of been some sort of explosion in here. At some point in the distant past. There's what looks like a weapon rack, empty. Um, there was like a bucket of crossbow bolts. The only reason you know that is because there's some still in there. Still in decent shape, actually. The bolts are all metal, and the what do they call those? The fletchings are actually thin leather, stiffened leather, as opposed to feather, so they held up pretty well in the inner time. Other than that, again, broken chairs, probably a table, broken, rotted wood. This is some kind of guard room, looks like.
Xander
What do
wants
you
to
do?
bandage himself.
Okay, good. Do that. Oh, also from here, since you get a clear look down the hallway, there's a door, a big set of double doors. And from what you remember, anybody who does like, okay, over here and down there, you think you may be in the smaller of the two main buildings.
Solid.
Could
Not
I attempt to try to like tone with my spirit to get my healing back?
Yes. Um actually, again, this isn't like, if you wanted to treat this as a camp, if you wanted to like actually bed down and settle down a little bit, close the doors. The doors on this side also have one of the little uh candle holders where you put the pendant. Um this would technically count as a safe place to recuperate if you wanted to make camp here. Tell me
Yeah.
what you want to do, though.
I think that's best. None of us are in a
Yeah.
state to keep going.
I can
Okay.
keep going. But if everyone else wants to stay, I guess we'll have to stay.
The fact that you're alive is
Ah, yeah, you great wussies. All right, so on Take Shelter, gonna clickety click that on Take Shelter. So, if you settle down to rest, everyone needs to consume one ration and one water. With a locked door that it takes a special magical key to get through. I mean, it's not impossible that something horrible could kick the door in and kill you, but you are feeling you're probably feeling the safest you felt since you came into the fortress. It's like, we're in a locked bunker. This is kind of cool. So, everybody can heal. If you get some rest, everyone can heal half your max HP. So if your max
Okay.
HP is 24, you heal 12. If your max HP is 50, you heal 25. But you do have to be able to eat, drink, and rest. Also, if you do that and you get a little rest, anybody who's got enough XP to level up can take a moment to do that. If you have any questions about that, let me know.
Can I check
And
in with my lantern? I want to see how my lantern spirit friend is doing.
okay, have you done anything to anger it currently?
I don't believe so, but I don't think it much liked being submerged in water when I fell
Oh,
in.
no. It hated that. However, being the infernal little spirit that it is, the fact that you pasted Xander in the back with a full power fireball makes this thing go like a 3-year-old running around with their mom's cell phone. I mean, this just the rest of you can hear it in the corner where Luther's holed up. It's just like, ah! and then you hit him right in the back with the fireball, and it was glorious, and I loved it. It's all the smell of burning flesh and hair. You're like, you're not a very nice spirit. You're just good. All right. So, any questions on level up right now?
I think
No, I
I'm.
don't believe so.
I don't have a
Right.
question, but I'm gonna probably take the move. I think once more.
Once more.
So what that is when you command in battle, allies take +1 ongoing.
Huh? Once more. Any idea where
I'm
that
looking at
comes from?
the shield. It's an advanced move.
Oh, I know. I know. An advanced shield move. Any idea where that quote comes from?
Uh,
Once more into the breach, dear friends, once more. Or fill up the barrier with our dead. It's Henry V, Shakespeare. Yes, when you command in battle, allies get +1 ongoing. That is a very, very, very handy little thing to have. Yes. All right. So,
yes.
anybody else had enough XP to level up?
We both did, but
You both did. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you made your choices?
I was wondering if I could develop a twist.
Oh, well, my yes. Yes, you could develop a twist. All right. So here's the thing about twists for our viewing public. Twists in other games might be called mutations, right? When magic grounded itself out through the universe, creatures twisted and changed, and some of them twisted for the better, and some twisted for the worse. In fact, some of the worst little monsters that you're going to find out in the wild have been beneficially twisted. All right. So for the PCs, though, twists come at a cost. You can have one twist, you can have two twists, but if you have one or two twists, you also develop a defect, a negative mutation that's going to cause you some problem. If you have three or four twists, you have two defects. It's a 2-to-1, and you round up. So you may develop a twist, again, if the story supports it, um, but you're going to be grabbing a defect along with it. Did you want some time to think about that? Maybe do that next level, or did you want to talk about twists and defects?
I had a really good idea.
I'm listening.
So what if with my lantern it's
Mhm.
able to like heal me here and there, but my total HP goes down as an effect of it.
Oh, yes. I've got, so this is a magical effect based on, oh, this is a corruption effect. Yes. Yes. Okay. So just being around this entity has kind of, it's drawing kind of negative magical energies. So it's warping your body. That makes me so happy. I could just pee. All right. So, the twist that you gain that's positive, you want to be able to heal. You want to be able to heal just yourself, or you want to be
Just
able to heal
myself. Yeah.
just yourself. Okay, so we're going to call that. Your twist is called. Oh, come on. All right. Um, let's see. Accelerated healing. Accelerated healing. Take the tag regeneration. You heal an extra 1d4 every day of rest, or every period of rest, and you always count as quote under a healer's care. What that means is there's if you get a debility, if you get you get your face burned with acid and you have to take a -1 to your hot until you get that cleared up. Debilities take a long time to heal, and they take a lot shorter time if you're under a healer's care. Okay, so you have an advanced regenerative ability given to you by your contact with this spirit. So you heal faster, you heal better, and you always count as under care. So you can even heal debilities swiftly. In addition to that, you get a defect And you get to pick this one. Would you like Bleeder, where every wound you take does extra damage to you? And that damage does not. Oh no, that's going to hurt healing factor. Let's do. We could do Fragile. Fragile. It's you had a slight weakening to your bones. So any attacks with the forceful or the messy tags do additional damage that doesn't apply armor. And anytime you take physical damage, I can choose instead to deal half damage to you and break some of your bones instead. What do you think?
Sounds funny.
Beautiful. All right, so mark down the fragile tag. I will give you those. I will give you those specifics here. Do. I think you're the first character I've run that's had the fragile tag. So we'll just see how awfully that mess you up. So there's fragile, and here's your accelerated healing. Boy, the spirit gives and the spirit takes away. Yeah, you'll heal faster. Yeah, how? It's leaching the calcium out of your bones. Oh, you're not a very nice spirit. No, I'm not. All right, cool. So that's in the that's in the chat. Feel free to copy that over. All right, Ranveer, what are you doing?
Can I try to atone with my spirit?
Oh, definitely.
Make up.
What are some of the things that your spirit likes?
So, shoot, I had it. I think some of the things it likes are like acts of compassion, unity, and sacrifice.
Right.
And I think I have done that several times. Mainly with the whole blowing up that thing when I was opening myself up to taking the brunt of that explosion.
Okay.
And then
Okay, acts of service, acts of compassion, acts of charity, just generally being an overall good person.
mhm.
What's your most prized possession?
Well, I have this trinket that I wear for the spirit. My kind of my way of like pleasing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably my most prized possession. Other than that,
Okay. Your spirit says, I feel in your heart that you atone. I feel in your heart that you are sorry. And I feel in your heart that you weren't doing this as an insult to me. What I will say is you cannot benefit from this venture at all. Okay. In the spirit of community, in the spirit of doing unto others, whatever your share turns out to be, you have to give it to those less fortunate than you. You can use it to buy food and water and clothing and stuff to give to the poor folks that you meet, but you cannot materially benefit from anything that happens since you got to the fortress. Agreed?
agreed.
Okay, and you get this little magical pat on the back. So you're a very good servant and partner, Ranveer. Glad that you and I. All right, so we are at 4:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. About 90 minutes in. This would be a good time for a bio. Good time for the gang to convene, see how much further we want to go on this. So, you in public, thank you for being here. Give us about 10 minutes to do the necessary. We'll be back and we'll see how much further this can go. All right. Cheers. Game on. Be back soon. Okay, cool. I'll be right back.
the kind of like agreement I had, not that bad because that really fits Ranveer's character. Be this like wandering do-gooder.
All right. The game has been great. We're about to have conversations about stuff, but thanks everyone for watching. I know we only have a couple of people here right now. If we have to say the obligatories. So, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Yeah, like every other YouTuber, right? But yeah, also feel free to um, feel free to tell your friends. The more viewers we can get, more spread out we can get, the more we can do this. Yeah, so thanks everyone for watching.
And we're back, folks. Thanks for waiting. All right, so party has had a chance to sit down, calm down, attune to a few spirits, do some healing, rest up, have a little snack, get their drink on and their snack on, and they're set to jet. It's been um, probably 6 hours, but you are all set to face the night at this point, since you faced the day already.
Do I lose my -1 ongoing?
Yes, yes, you do. Good question. Thank you. All right. So, what do y'all do?
I say we charge. We do the strategy we just did, but now that we have full HP, we could probably do it better.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Xander's going with
Um,
that.
okay. Ranveer, give me a sharp roll, please.
Oh, if it'll.
Do, 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 do. I wish I could remember which song that was from. Okay, Ranveer, you're smart. You're all smart, but Ranveer, like, kind of makes a career out of it. Okay. Um, you've had a chance to sit around. You've had a chance to talk. Boy, that stupid crossbow thing. All right. So what do you know? It's armored. That's a problem. It's got multiple crossbows, which you were able to disable. You think, looking out the window, you were able to disable a couple of them. Okay, great. What else do you know? It's got a big hopper full of crossbow bolts. Okay. What else do you know? It can spin 360, apparently. Okay. But thinking over the fight, you know, Xander kind of knocked it out of position. And technically, it can only fire in a certain arc. It's got the 4 crossbows originally that could fire over here, over there, over there, over there, over there. It's got apparently some sensors. You can examine it from here. It's got some sort of sensors, light detectors, eyeballs, whatever. It can look in every direction at once. When you bring up those topics to your compatriots, does any course of action come to any of you?
Could we stop it from swiveling? Or
Possibly.
is there anything with the hopper? Could I observe the hopper to see if there's anything that could be done with it? Maybe cause it to fall, cause it to stop like loading, or just knock the whole. I guess I could call this a ballista. The ballista
Mhm.
off its off just a little bit, so the hopper, like the arrows would not the bolts would not fall into the crossbow.
Go ahead. All right. So the two of you wake up to Ranveer looking out, staring out the window with a globe, investigating this thing. Go ahead and give me an observe roll there, Ranveer. And I'll give you a +1 to this one. Ouchie. All right. Mark experience. Um, oh, you don't see. Okay. You can ask any one of those questions, but you're not going to like the answer.
What should I be looking out for?
What should you be looking out for? Okay. Um, so you're asking about the pivot. Yeah, it might be possible to knock it out of position temporarily because that's already happened. Somebody would have to put themselves in some fairly serious danger to get that close. Sam, who knows? As far as the hopper, the hopper is actually one of the more heavily armored parts of the device that you can see. Um, Probably to stop, enemies from doing that. Oh, we'll just knock off the ammo supply, it'll fire twice and we're good. So yeah, it's again one of the more heavily armored parts of the construct. It's actually a fairly fascinating looking construct. Um, just like, all it does is stand there, pivot, and shoot at people with multiple crossbows. Fascinating. All right, so what do you do?
I have maybe we could use the table as like
Oh, okay.
an advancing front. I know the wood's rotted, but it may take a couple shots before breaking, and then once break,
Sure.
like, we could charge.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So, so the plan is to kind of use a movable barricade to soak some crossbow bolts, get up close, and then do something to it so it can't turn all the way. Is that what I'm hearing?
Or just like
Probably.
if we can't get that, just we're right there, kind of like
Right,
go at it.
right,
I
right.
am I'm willing to like charge in because you guys gotta think if you move the table out, right, and then you sit behind the table, this wood is not necessarily the strongest, and these bolts are made out of like solid metal. So I could just like move out first, and we could, like Luther said, I hate when Luther is right sometimes, but I feel like we could just do the same thing that we just did. But this
Oh,
time I could use the table instead, if that
It,
might
it would
help.
just be an extra layer of protection. Even
Right.
if it maybe soaks up one or two bolts, that's one or two bolts that we don't have to worry about hitting us.
Right. And
true.
we could push it out for you guys to like duck behind, but I feel like if I move up with my shield, that's going to be almost the same thing for me, and
Okay,
I'm more mobile
beautiful,
in that case.
beautiful. Actually, Xander, you're familiar with this as a military tactic. This is called a mantlet. You basically take a little cart and mount a big old shield on it, and you push the shield out and shoot, duck behind it, shoot. So yeah, this is a time-honored military tactic. You're just dealing with some substandard materials. All right. So, somebody want to give me, let's see, who wants to be the main engineer on getting the rotted out table into the proper place? Probably going to be a sharp determination.
Oh,
I can try that.
Okay.
I can also try it.
Okay. Which now you can also assist each other. One of you makes a sharp roll, the other one rolls to assist the other one to give them bonuses.
Can I assist them just with moving it, just because I feel like
Sure. Okay. So give me a proper drop roll. Who are you going to assist?
I think Ranveer's the one who's kind of coming up with this idea. So
Okay. So give me a proper drop with Ranveer as the target.
okay, great, yeah, Ranveer.
Beautiful. So they take a +1 to their roll. So Ranveer, go ahead and give me a sharp roll to see if you can figure out the best place to maneuver said. Okay, that would be an 8. Okay. It's right where you want it. Again, not optimal, but the plan is working. So when you slide the table out into position, the thing doesn't fire at it, strangely enough. So you are all in whatever preparatory positions that you want, with Xander in front to charge out and get its attention. What do you do?
If it's not firing at the table, it most likely might sense like the infrared light emanating from our body or our heat.
Possible.
Let's just slide out behind that table and start pushing it down that hallway.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and give me a hard roll there, Xander, just to keep moving that table. Okay. I'm not going to say no. I am going to say that bits are starting to break off. Mark X key. Luther, give me a luck roll. Just a straight 2d6, no modifier. You can roll one of your 0 level or your um 0 bonus skills. This is just straight luck of the. Okay. Well, that would be a 10. All right. So, you scooch and pieces break off, and now you have a rotten leg, and you scooch and scooch and scooch. Long story short, you end up at the far end of that hallway by those double doors. There is a little. Um, I keep thinking of them as candle holders. There's a little candle holder there suitable to take one of your uh, amulets. What do you do?
I'll try putting the gold one in there.
And the doors pop open, and you can ease on out. Congratulations, you are out of this area, and you are back in the main fortress. Right over. Oops, switch maps. You are right out here. Ta-da! All right. So what do you do?
Wasn't there another door that we couldn't get open before?
Yes, at the main
Yeah,
building
let's
immediately
try
north of
that
you.
main building.
Okay.
Um,
So,
Before we put the medallion in, do you want to ready up, Xander? The shield?
Yeah. Just in case. We've had too many exploding doorways.
too many exploding doors. I mean, yeah, I mean two. You know, two. It's like the GM said. You know, oh, we don't want to go into the abandoned tavern. Why not? Well, the last time there was an abandoned tavern, it was all haunted and stuff. And he's like, guys, come on. Am I going to throw two haunted, abandoned taverns at you? I mean, really? And of course he did. So, all right. So you wander on over there. You're getting all set. And getting ready to duck and hide and duck and cover and duck and hide and duck and cover. And you put the medallion in, and the doors click and swing open, and you are not immediately under fire.
Okay.
And
This
so
has
here we
happened
are
before.
at the front of the building. Here's some double doors that have just popped open. These are very heavy. These are probably the heaviest doors that you've seen. They're, again, entirely made out of metal. All right, so the light from your little light sources shows another one of those glass windows. There, maybe it's, I'm not sure. It fills up the entire side of the passage there, and then there's another set of double doors in front of you with yet another one of those reader thingies. Looking through the glass, again, nothing jumps out and attacks you. Looking through the glass, you're looking into, again, probably some sort of guard room. Great observation point. There's also a passage back into another room. You can't see it really clearly here, what with light. But where you're standing now, there are murder holes, very obvious murder holes, specifically designed to stab you with spears. There's holes in the ceiling, um, suitable for pouring boiling oil on you and what. You do see some. You do see some sort of. There's a chair in there broken, but there's like levers where you'd sit in the chair. There's like various levers to pull and push. Most of those are broken as well. And then you've got the other set of double doors. What do you do?
Let's try and get to that vantage point, right, guys? The guard post.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, applying the medallion, it opens into a hallway. The hallway presents two other doors, again, heavy, heavy doors, and a short corridor. You get around into the guard room type area. Not much in here. Oh, though when you do step into the guard room, there are a bunch of those light spheres. I say a bunch. They're spaced nicely. When you step into the guard room, several of them shimmer for a second and spring to light. Heed to something, quite sure what. The illumination is of a pleasantly cloudy day, enough to read by, enough to see easily by. But all of those corridors now are broadly and generally lit. What do you do?
can I look for so after the whole ballista debacle? I
Uh-huh.
think Ranveer is looking for a weapon.
Oh.
Just something like some. Is there anything that's not horribly rusted and decent quality?
I mean, okay, those where the seat was, where the chair was, again, it's got these fairly hefty levers. Um, uh, and they're made out of metal. One of them was snapped off, but it's got like a lever handle. If you turned it upside down, it's basically it's a very bad metal club. Um, Not weighted particularly well, but you could hit somebody with it and it would do some damage. I will put it in the back of my head that you're looking for some suitable weapon. But yeah, that would get you, 2 feet away, 2 feet farther away from anything trying to kill you. What do you do from here?
I think I'll pick it up. Just to keep it on me for now.
Perfect. Perfect. Right, you can write down metal club. Anybody else? What are you doing?
I'm gonna go in a door.
Go in the door, or you're going to go into the other?
babysit Luther.
Okay. So you're going through a door, or you're going into the other passageway room above you?
I think I'm gonna go to the door on the right.
Okay, so just the first door.
Yep.
All right. Ranveer, you still have the medallion, correct?
Yes.
So he's fossicking around in there trying to find a weapon. Do you join the others, or what are you doing, Ranveer?
After I grab the club, I'll probably join the others.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so applying the medallion to the proper place. The door clicks open, some lights flicker on inside this space. It is quite it's got this feel that it feels like it's bigger than it should be. You're not really sure why. Um, um, as the door swings open, Xander, you see a glimmer of light. You recognize this glimmer of light. You know those glowing fire gems, the one you recovered?
Yeah.
It falls out of the ceiling and it's going to impact directly in front of the three of you. You see it, Xander. What do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna immediately yell, "Get down," and then try and push anyone I can, and like try and fall shield like this onto them.
Gotcha. Go ahead and give me a. Okay, if you're trying to get everybody completely out of the way, that's one thing. If you're trying to get them out of the way and curl up behind your shield, that's another. What do you do?
I'm trying to push someone while also falling from my shield.
Okay, that sounds like a safeguard roll. Go ahead and give me.
All right, here we go.
Boom. Okay. So you get 2 hold, one for this and one for your special ability. So the redirect would make sure that nobody else but you gets injured. Yes?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna redirect and probably half the damage.
Okay. Go ahead and give me 2d8, please.
Oh God. Here we go.
Owie. All right. So we're going to call that 5 points of damage. Do apply armor.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Boom. Boom. All right. And so, yes, you have an answer to your question, Xander. They are still booby trapping things. There are some still viable ones around here. All right. So, flame belches out of the doorway. Again, the two of you have singed toes and a smell of smoke in your nose. And Xander is a little worse for wear, but not too bad. Nicely done. All right. So, in this room, there are lots and lots of large all metal chests. Okay. They're uniform, so they're about 7 feet wide, about 2 feet deep, and about 2 feet tall, and about 2.5 feet deep. So, sizable. There are 12 of them.
Let's start opening these, right, guys?
Could I use my club as kind of like a poker for the chest? Because after taking that has been my fourth that I've almost been hit
Ah,
with. I am so tired of them.
yes.
Should I try to like use the club to open it to see if it sets off anything?
I mean, you should just let them
Excellent.
explode. The explosion's like cool.
There's only two kinds of people. All right. So, Ranvir, do you have wizard sight? Is that one of your
I think I did because we did it earlier.
okay. That is an advance that you can choose. Yeah, and wizard sight just lets you see like magical stuff, ongoing magical effects. It would be one of your moves, though. I don't know if you've added those moves to your character sheet yet, but let's just assume, and if not, you can pick it up. Okay, so you do not see any sign of any sort of magical trap, and you do test a few of them. Poke it with this, jump back, scatter a little of this kind of dust, nothing happens. So after a quick circuit of the room, you're 90% certain that that there isn't any magical traps on these strong boxes. So now what?
Do we want to try opening one? Because like there's no magic traps, but that doesn't clear the physical ones.
Right.
Very true.
Let's open one.
Let's.
Yeah, let's have Xander go first.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start throwing them open, and as I open one, I'll let them look through it and just keep opening them and if one goes off, then hopefully I'm the one that experiences it.
Gotcha. Okay. Give me a D6 there, Xander.
All right.
Actually, give me 12d6 and I'll do it all.
Okay. Can I do
Slash
do
R
12d6?
space 12d6.
Okay. Hold on. Slash R.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Space
12
12d6.
d6. Okay.
Boom. Perfect. Okay, so the first one is locked, but it does have a little cup shaped thing on the side of it. If you apply the gold medallion to it, it pops open. In this strong box, nicely nestled, are two bows. They are just from the construction. These are classic longbows. They are made of wood, probably yew. Um, they're no strings, but just the bows. They look in very, very, very nice condition. Um, they're sort of a matched set. They were obviously made by the same hand or two people trying to copy each other. And they've got inlay of the one has inlay of copper and the other has inlay of silver. It's basically a pleasing geometric design that goes around the bow staff all the way, well, within about a foot of each end. The center where you hold it is well constructed, good for knocking. So you need bowstrings for these, but they seem to be in fairly pristine shape. So they would be, I think that would be a hunter's bow, but longbow. Just from the wood alone, they would be worth quite a bit. The artistic value of them also quite a bit, and they look like fairly effective weapons of war. So, and you're just going to go around to all 12.
Yeah, I'm just opening every one of them.
Okay. The second one, similarly, has got two bows in it. These are short recurve. These are heavy-duty short bows, comprised mainly of horn. They look almost childishly small, but you've actually seen short bows in action. Um, they are very, very, very hard hitting. Take down an elk, take down a buffalo with easy. And again, no strings for these. But again, great workmanship. They look to be in great shape. The seals on these strong boxes were packed with pounded wool. So these boxes, you can see a lot of oil in the gaps. These boxes may have actually been like waterproof. So again, really good condition. The third strong box is empty. Not really sure what went in here. The fourth strong box, a little unusual. It's got a couple of crossbow, but they're not full size. These are like hand crossbows. Again, mostly metal. These ones do have bowstrings because they're a much heavier duty and they're hard to get off to take the thing apart. So there's two of those. No ammo, unfortunately, but bows, short bows, and hand crossbows. Now the fifth box you try to open, it doesn't open. You put the medallion in the appropriate place, and there's a sudden smell of ozone, like a lightning strike, and there's a fat blue spark that jumps from the little cup holder to the amulet that knocks it out of the cup. And you smell something burning, not like, oh gosh, we're all on fire, but more like smoldering. What do you do?
I'm I'm not gonna necessarily investigate it just yet because I'm looking for traps. So I'm just gonna keep throwing open boxes that I can open, and I'll
Okay.
let Ranveer and
Oh,
then investigate the others.
okay. The next three boxes that you try, so there's four boxes so far unopened, gives you something similar. The one, the little holder heats up. You can see it glow, and it falls off the box, just like it's like a burnt. You know, the smell of hot metal as this thing just falls off. The third one, it just clicks loudly 6 or 7 times and then stops. Box won't open. The fourth one, similar to the first one, only this one shoots out like a. You've all seen a plasma ball, right? Stick your fingers on it and the lightning jumps up. It does kind of like that. This little ball of like plasma hops out, rolls across the floor a little bit, fizzles out. Box won't open. The next one, though, it opens right up, and it has two full-size crossbows, heavy crossbows. And these again they're somewhere. They look somewhere between completely lethal and works of art. Spell heavy. And again, nicely put together. These do have integral, thank you, integral cranks on them. So you fire it, you put your foot in it, and you crank to get the to get the string back before you load it. So these are heavy, heavy duty crossbows. The next three, kind of a little disappointing. The next one is empty. The next one has a single gauntlet. And the last one is also empty. The gauntlet is looks weird. It's made out of it's very finely made out of hardened leather. It's for a left hand, and it goes probably most of the way to the elbow. So slip it on, strap it up real good, make sure that your fingers are in the right places. It's covered with multicolored metal plates. Okay, so it's almost like scale, like fish scale. It doesn't look particularly protective though, because this one's made out of copper and this one's made out of silver. This one's bronze and brass and tin, and it's just this like kaleidoscope of little fishy scales down the whole thing. It looks more decorative than protective. It also has like plates running across the palm so that it can do this easily, and it has these tiny little metal plates on the fingertip. It does not look like you'd be able to like pick anything up with it. It's not silly, but it's a very unusual design, and you're not quite sure what it's for. So you've got 4 unopened boxes that are showing some sort of magical problem. Bows, short bows, crossbows, hand crossbows, and a single odd leather gauntlet. What do you do?
I want to go to one of those magical chests and see if see if Luther can do like anything with them.
Okay, point of fact, they all had those little magical locks on them. Of the 12, 8 of the locks worked, 4 apparently did. So what do you do?
Xander's gonna grab a short bow, by the way.
Okay, beautiful.
Are the chests made of like old wood?
No, they're made entirely of metal.
Can I like observe the gauntlet? Is there anything like? Can I look for like any sort of arcana within it?
Okay, so you're going to investigate the gauntlet, hoping that I have you make an observe roll. Excellent. Is there anything special you're going to do? Or are you going to throw some spells at it? Are you going to consult your spirits? What are you doing?
I think I'll probably consult my spirit to see if there's anything with it.
Okay, beautiful. Go ahead and give me an observe roll, please. Okay. Ask a question. You're looking for information, I'm guessing. No? No? Okay. Well, yes. Your spirits don't like this gauntlet at all. For a couple reasons. One, it is an object of power. This is some sort of magically infused item. Okay. The essence is destruction. So none of your spirits want to get particularly close to this to take a good peek. So it is some sort of magical weapon. That's the good news. The other bits of information you managed to glean is it's probably one of these things that has some sort of command word that you'd have to figure out or bargain for with somebody, if anybody still had the knowledge. The third thing is there's a better than even chance that it's cursed. So once you put it on, might not be able to take it off. Yeah, your spirits are like, this is 18 miles of bad road. This is ugly, 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 and I hate it. So what do you do?
You should put it on to test it out.
I'm probably going to share the information, only the information about it being cursed.
Oh, okay. Okay, curse.
And then not say anything else about it.
Gotcha. A cursed magical item. Gotcha. Beautiful. All
And then
right. So go ahead.
And I'm probably going to take one of the hand crossbows for a weapon.
Oh, beautiful.
And then
Beautiful,
drop the
beautiful.
club.
Okay, beautiful. You will have to find some ammo for that, but maybe some will try. Okay, so Luther, you're still investigating the 4 chests that nobody's managed to get open.
Mhm.
What are you doing?
Could I try to to melt the metal or melt the locks?
Yes, you may. All right, so go ahead and give me a hard blade roll, please. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so I'm guessing, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. You're going to remove the damaging tag so you don't mess up whatever's inside, and you're going to do +1 damage so you might be able to do a number on the metal.
Yeah.
Is that beautiful? Okay, so both of you get to watch Luther pull out his laser cutter set of blade fingers, fat little blue. I mean, it's almost white, and he's like, all right. The good news is you get all 4 of the chests open. So nicely done. You do use up that all the spell effects there, but it works great. All right. So the bad news is 3 of the 4 chests is empty. The good news is the last. Give me a D3.
I don't think I have a D3.
Okay, just do R/1D3 on Roll20 there. Oops, got to make a space. R/space1. My bad. I'm sorry. /R. Silly. My bad.
There we go.
Beautiful. I didn't like that. Okay, so in here is a suit of armor. A very nice looking suit of it's mostly chain with plate. It's got a breast and back. It's got thigh plates. This is like full suit. This isn't like a hauberk. It's not like throat to ankle. It's chainmail pants with reinforcing and chain with breastplate and back. There's a helmet. And this thing looks nice. Very, very well put together. What do you do?
Please.
I mean, as much as I want to sacrifice the metal to my lantern, I'll call over Xander to see if maybe he's interested.
Yes.
Okay, Xander. I need all 3 of you to give me a luck roll, please. Just straight 2d6, no mod.
All right.
Luther, got it. Xander, got it.
Oof.
Okay. Xander, this armor, this is some fairly serious armor. It's also constructed to be very lightweight, which you really would have liked something like this when you're, swimming around in 20 feet of murky water. Very lightweight. Randvir, this that was created with the use of magic. It might have a few magical properties to it, probably some protection. definitely stuff to prevent it, preserve it from the elements. Okay. The bad news is it's never going to fit you, Zan. It's sized for somebody either Luther or Ranveer's size. So,
All right.
yeah.
I think we gotta. All right.
Now, the good news is if neither of them want it, your order,
Shiny.
there's somebody you're
Shiny,
thinking of that
yeah.
one guy. You're thinking of that one guy. Oh my God, it's Sir Jimothy, whatever. He would slap his grandma for something this nice. It would probably fit him. So,
Yeah.
as a donation to the cause, you get all the pats on the back, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Or all right,
Does
go ahead.
does Ranveer have any armor on him?
I have the oil slick waiter.
Yes, you have
It's like
you
1
have
point.
yeah, which is one armor. Not real easy to get around it either. It's got the clumsy tag, so
Mhm.
if you're doing anything with you're not going to go out dancing in it, clumsy. But yeah, this armor. What you got? Like what kind of armor, Xander?
I we didn't super decide, but I think I have 2 is the numerical value.
Right, I think you've got scale on the shield.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Skill
yeah,
armor.
scale. This is probably going to be better defense than your scale mail. So this is
I
like
honestly,
three-ish.
Luther, is this your style armor? That's my question. Is I feel like Luther, from everything we've seen, is a very eccentric and stylish person when it comes to looks.
I mean, I don't know if that be the case. He's wearing like what looks like a potato sack, but as a robe.
Yeah,
So maybe not.
So
But
he's
fits in.
I
not
think
really a closed,
Ranveer.
not
Nah,
really a clothes horse. Okay, got it.
I think Ranveer would benefit greatly from this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one problem. If he wants any magical ability at all, he can't benefit from this venture at all.
Oh my. Oh, that's right.
Ain't that
Well
nice?
then,
All right. So now what do you do? Tee.
so Luther, you could wear this.
I could. I have no armor.
Yep, you could.
I
This would be
could.
nice. It would help.
But I
But
don't know.
also, wouldn't it be so cool if we were able to make a great donation to this wonderful charity I know? It's
To the
this
spirit
great
that
charity,
gave me 1 HP earlier.
to the spirit that gave you 1 HP earlier and had me sacrifice my health for you. So I
And
think
that did so
personally,
much.
but
I am
also
gonna wear the armor.
to be fair, ah,
I'm wearing the armor.
All right.
okay.
Beautiful. All right. So
So
you actually have to help him figure out. It's pretty basic. The big trick is when you have the chainmail pants on, you have to belt it real tight, or they're just going to fall off. There's ties inside to keep everything up. And after about a half an hour, no lie, Luther, you're looking pretty sharp in that. What's your hot bonus?
My hot bonus?
Yeah.
1.
Okay. Okay, I'll make a note of that. Yeah, you're looking pretty clean. Hey, Luther cleans up pretty nice. That's nice. All right, so that was the last of the boxes. The rest are empty. Anybody else availing themselves of any of the weaponry or gear in here?
take one of the longbows with the intention of selling it for like buying stuff for like those destitute.
Sure,
And I'm
sure.
sure the
That's
spirit would know that, so I'm not just
excellent. Okay, so the longbow has got a weight of about.
Wait, if you
See.
said you were gonna bring that hand crossbow, right? Is that you benefiting?
I would say no because I think the spirit knows I'm unarmed. It would be more of like a self-preservation thing.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so the longbows weigh 2 weight each.
How much do the short
Um,
bows weigh?
1 weight each, and the crossbows weigh 3.
If
The
no
hand,
one else,
go ahead.
if no one else is like bringing short bows, then I think I'll just take both of them because I can donate whatever I have left to
Sure.
the
Excellent.
groups.
And the hand crossbows also weigh 1. So make a note of that. The
So
chain.
you should get a hand crossbow.
Good. I got magic.
Okay.
Yeah. The half. It's actually at this point it's plate mail.
Dang.
Normally that would be 4 weight. However, it's apparently been constructed to be 2 weight, and it does provide 3 armor. Normally you would be clumsy in this as well, but it seems somehow enchanted to move with you. So, no additional armor benefit, but quite a few fewer drawbacks. It's all right. So, what do you do from here, folks?
Honestly, wait, we still haven't explored the rest, right?
Correct.
Let's keep exploring.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So, your medallion does open the other door. There isn't really a place to jump if there's another blast. So I'm assuming that Xander's going to make everybody stand out of the way.
Yeah, post it up.
And you all open the door and jump back. Literally nothing happens. You give it a few seconds. Literally nothing happens. And now you're in a different room. This one has got, count 'em, 20 of those cases. However, they're all slightly smaller. They're only, instead of being like 7 feet, they're about 4 feet wide. Again, same depth, same height, and there are 20 of them.
Throwing them open, right, guys? I mean, just
Yeah.
So, if are you all opening cases or just one, or what's your
I think-
process here?
All of us.
All of you. Okay. If everybody could give me a luck roll, please. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So that's Xander. Oh, Ranveer. Ouch. And mark experience, Ranveer. And Luther.
Oh, I think I already did it.
Oh,
yeah,
you did.
You got a 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ouch. All right. So, can't win for losing here, folks. Luther, you take 2 points of damage from a malfunctioning lock. That fat blue spark jumps to you as a shock. Ranveer, you're a little distracted by that. When the lock that you're messing with explodes, you take 2 points of damage. Don't Luther, don't apply armor to that one since that's electrical. Ranveer, you can apply armor to yours.
Okay.
Tiny little fragmentation problem. Okay, but you eventually get all 20 of these things open. Several of these cases are empty, so I'll just ignore those. But other than that, we've got longbow ammunition. Probably 7 ammo. And again, for those of you watching PBTA, you don't bean count your arrows. You just there are times when you have to use an ammo for an effect. So that could let you shoot all day, every day for a long, long time. There's some short bow ammunition. Also, this one's going to be 8 ammo. There is some crossbow bolts for a full size. That's going to be 7 ammo. There are hand crossbow bolts. Oh, and you do have a chance to check with your spirit, Ranveer. Something that you would use in self-defense does not count as materially benefiting. So
Okay.
you're okay. There's only 4 ammo for that. In all these cases, 3 ammo is 1 weight, so you can take as much or a little of it as you want. 3 ammo is 1 weight. You find Luther, give me 3d8, please. 3d8. Dang. You find 16 of those bases for the magical light bulbs. So you're not really sure how long they last, but you do have 16 of them now. Oh boy. Xander, give me a d6 and a d4, please.
All right. A D4, D6.
Okay. You find 2 very carefully packed in straw. I'm sorry, not even straw. This is in a velvet box. You find 2 of those fire gemstones, and you find 1 all by again separately contained. That one is a sapphire, and it is roiling with seething blue light and energy. Again, you think you're looking at a single-use weapon. Not entirely sure what it does. So write down 2 of the fire gems and a sapphire shard. You also find. Give me 2d3 and another d4, please.
Okay. 2D3. Here, I'm gonna have to do a /R here.
Okay.
All right. 2D3 and a D4.
Correct. Okay. Huh. Okay, so that's the 2d3. Just give me a separate d4.
Okay.
Okay. So, in the next box, you find 4. Yes, the first thought is they're coal. They're just faceted pieces of coal. Your second thought is they're all identical. And your third thought is in this, they're almost the size of a baseball. There are 4 of them, and just in the middle is a fiery gleam. And they're heavy. That's cool. They're heavy. Again, probably weighted for throwing. The 4 don't bother you as much as the other 3. The other 3 are the size of a softball. Again, faceted, some hard stone. You're not quite sure what. It almost looks like opal. It's got all these multicolored specks and flecks, and each one of them has a little bit of a glow to it. You're like, a little fireball, blue thing, don't know. I don't want to be around when this happens. This is bad. Also, Luther, your little fire spirit's heart goes pit-a-pat. Give me 2d6. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. You find 2 more of those little flame gems in one of the other boxes. The only other things you find are just a ton of, two of the boxes are full to the brim with ballista bolts. And you're like, why would they need, I haven't seen a bullet. The centaur thing. This is reloads for the centaur thing. So that's about all you got. I mean, they're worth something, but they're specific and heavy. So what do y'all do?
It just occurred to me, and I guess Xander as a thing. We could low key like sell the knowledge of where this place is in the future because it had. Think about all that water, right? Think
Mm-hmm.
about all the stuff here that we can't carry out.
Mm-hmm.
We could, yeah, we could probably sell this information later.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm gonna give one of my fire jewels. I'm gonna keep one just to give to like the foundation later. Actually, I think that's the name. Is it's gonna be like the foundation. That's their charity donation name. Uh, and then I'll give one to Luther, just
Oh,
so because
very nice.
he has two, but you know he could use a third. And then
Yeah.
I'm gonna give I think you said the other stuff looks like opal. I don't want to be near the opal stuff, so I'm gonna give all of like the
It
black ore
it's not
things.
okay. It's not that you don't want to be near it. It's that if this is a boom and the other ones seem to be, this one is a boom, you don't know what it does. This one is a big boom. And this one is an even bigger boom. Yeah. If you, yeah. Yeah. It's
Okay.
they all seem to be a common construct of throw it and something blows up.
Hmm.
But if this almost killed you folks like 3 times, you don't know what the blue one does at all. And these other two are apparently bigger versions of that. These are like
You
siege
said
weapon type
so.
thing. You're not
The two that
sure.
are like big, right? So there's two big ones and then four of the smaller ones that are slightly bigger than the fire jewels. Is that what you said?
I said you have 4 of the coal looking ones the size of a baseball.
Hmm.
I say you got 3 of the softball size opals. Then you found the little fire gems, a couple of those, and you found one sapphire.
Sapphire. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Then I'll give two of the smaller, bigger booms
Mm-hmm.
to Ranveer because Ranveer seems to be good at blowing stuff up, Ra- like throwing stuff.
Uh, um, all right. You have a brief conclave with your spirit, Ranveer. She's like, all right, if you're using this in the defense of yourself for the righteous, yes, you can hang on to these for a while. But you can't sell them and you can't, these, yeah. Or if you do sell them, you got to turn around and spend the money on something beneficial to the group. Okay. So, um, after a quick look around, you realize, looking for other stuff, the other part of the building there turns out to have been the back half of the guard room, like a little cook space, a place to play cards, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Nothing immediately. Let's look here. Um, oh well, it it started life as a clean white painted space. There's a lot of rot and decay smells in there. Some cabinetry, um, that sort of thing. The only thing, if you do take a quick peek around, the only thing is a large wine bottle. The wine has since turned to vinegar, but vinegar is beneficial for many, many things. So if you want to have a big jug of vinegar, you got it. Also, you find 4 more of those uh, canned food, So that would be, and they're fairly hefty. So like 4 more rations if you wanted to distribute those around the crew, or not. Just leave them. Doesn't matter to me. But yeah, you think you've delved all the mysteries of this place. So, sounds like we're heading into end of session, so you can make plans from now on. Xander, I do like the idea of you selling this location. Used to be a problem, but we cleaned it up, got some water. You'll make a nice little village there. It'll be great. All right, so end of session. Dun dun dun. So we got to ask the individual questions first. Take a look at your motivation. See if you hit your motivational goals. Xander, did you hit your goal?
Endanger yourself to protect someone weaker than you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did. So mark XP. Luther, did you hit your goal?
Take a risk for your own personal gain. Yeah, probably.
Yes, you did. So you're wandering down that hallway to see if you could find anything all by your lonesome. Yeah, it was a risk. Mark XP. And Ranveer.
I use magic to aid another.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Multiple times. You tried a couple of times and we're stymied. But you and your spirit have kissed and made up, so yay. All right, next up. Check out your blood. Check out your relationships with the other PC. If you feel that one of those is resolved, either no longer relevant, completely explored, major change in attitude about your compatriots, then ask the other PC if they agree. Oh, I used to think you were a total jerk, and now I think you're like this much jerk and this much cool, whatever. If you hammer that up between you, if they agree that things have changed, then mark XP and you can write a new blood with anybody you want to. It can be with the other person. Oh, no, I don't really have much of an opinion about Luther anymore. He was this, and now he's just not that. No. Or you can write a new blood with them or anybody else. If no relationships have changed in your opinions, then you skip that. Does anybody have any blood that they'd like to resolve at this point?
I don't. I don't think we've had a. I don't think Xander's had a lot of change in opinion. I feel like we did a lot of like, okay, doing the same
Mhm,
thing.
mhm, mhm.
Um.
Had some reinforcing of some of those I
Yeah.
could see, which is fine, which is cool. So check your keys. Keys for the viewing public. Keys are negative personality traits that sometimes get you in trouble. Typically, either a situation that they find themselves in will trigger a key, or one of the other PCs can hit that key on purpose. So check your keys. Did anybody hit their key this time around?
Um. Okay. I don't think Luther rejecting to offer prayer at first was acting unethically. So I don't think my key was triggered, but
No, no. If you get to town and Luther's like, "Hey, let's scam all these old ladies out of their life
yeah.
savings, wanna?" And you're like, "No, that would be just wrong." That sort of thing. So they'd have to like really step out of bounds for you to jerk their chain. Anybody else hit their key this time?
I don't believe so. Mine is kind of on the caveat that there is another living being that I could communicate with, and we haven't really
What's your key?
be too trusting of others.
Oh, well, I mean, you got your buddy. Oh no, Luther will be fine. No, he says he'll take care of all of our traveling needs. I trust him implicitly. Girk. Okay, so yeah, that can be inter-party as well. And Luther, did you hit your key?
I didn't sacrifice anything really valuable to the lantern this time, so no.
Is that a key or is that a
My key is to offer me something of value so I can
oh
sacrifice it.
okay. So somebody else, you'd have to find something really valuable and then offer it up to your evil little
Hmm.
spirit. Okay, haven't done that yet. Excellent. All right. So last but not least, the big three. Did you all learn something new and important about the world?
Well,
I don't think we did.
Hmm, okay, cool.
I don't think so
Did
this
you
time.
overcome Did you overcome a notable monster, enemy, or adversary?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
would-
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that crossbow construct that really ruined your whole day most of the time. And did you recover a memorable treasure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Quite
So
a lot.
each of you mark 1 XP for the notable enemy and 1 XP for the memorable treasure. You are also technically in possession of some safe spaces to calm down, heal up, level up, etc., etc. Oh, the biggie, the gold stars. We haven't done gold stars. So, again, viewing public, all of our players have gold stars. Imagine a little sticky gold star, and they're each going to gift it to one of the other players, whether for good role playing. You told that joke that made me laugh. You really saved my character's bacon. You did that completely stupid thing that turned out kind of funny. Whatever. You can award your gold star, which is worth 1 XP. You can award that for any reason or no reason. So, I think personally, the man of the hour is going to be Xander. Xander, the whole thing, you were jumping in the way and saving this and finding that and helping that. Who gets your gold star this time?
I'd say Ranveer this time.
Mm-hmm.
Ranveer did a lot of investigating.
Yes, yes, and put himself in harm's way more than once.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
once to try to save some everybody else's bacon. That was great. Ranveer, who gets yours, boss? I can't hear you. Or you're not talking.
Sorry. I'd have to say. I'm gonna say Luther, just because him acting in his own self-interest caused us to get where we wanted to. In the
Very true.
beginning, yeah, like
Very
him
true.
going the opposite way
Yep.
kind of led us to our whole goal.
Yep. See, you don't blame a shark for biting. You don't blame an egg-sucking dog for trying to get in the hen house, and you don't blame the crucible for burning stuff and blowing things up. Excellent.
What can I say?
Exactly. You're just the tower of power, man of the hour. So, Luther, who gets yours?
I think once again, like it goes to Xander. I mean, if it was not for that shield, we would have died several times.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Excellent. So, full house. Also, I reserve the right to award a GM gold star for a session. If it's kind of a meh session, nothing really happened, then the gold star is worth a +1 forward that you can hang on to and spend, treat it as a bolster or a preparation. Or I can gift one XP. Yeah, you ran into some magical traps and some magical problems and overcame. I'm gonna have to give. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to give this one to Ranveer. Specifically because this was the first time Ranveer bumped into a real problem with his spirits, and I think the choices and actions that you took to make everything better. I think that was some good insights to the character and some good insights to your relationship with the spirit. So more of that, please. More of that. So mark 1 XP there, Ranveer. All right, folks. We're going to be handling the logistical stuff offline between now and next week. Please tune in 3 p.m. Eastern, or to any of our other No Theoretical Bias productions, Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. and every other Thursday, time TBA. And we hope to see you. Please leave some notes. Again, the ubiquitous like, follow, and share. That would be kind of keen. No obligation, but getting the word out is always fun. And hey, viewing public, if you saw something you particularly liked, saw something you particularly hated, something that hurt your feelings or made your little heart go pit-a-pat, let us know. Let us know. You can always throw in some more of that, make life interesting and painful for all of our party members, myself included. All right, so that's us for